Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chaotic Kids channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author while also traversing the worlds of multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. But today we are going to be doing an introduction to this channel, what my goals on futures plans are for this channel, and also a little bit about me. So let's get into it. Hey guys, today is April 25th. It is a Friday. I've been wanting to do this for a while because I don't think I've ever really done an introduction video to what this channel is for and about. Like, I've done, meet my pen names and stuff, but never truly about this channel, like, solely this channel. So I figured I would do that today. Um, yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you guys got any questions, leave them down in the description below. I'll answer them sometime. But I've got like 6 questions here. Let's just get into answering them. So the first question is just introduce myself. So my name is Michelle. I am part of a system. So what I mean by system is I have like multiple personalities. Um, at least that's what I call it. I've never been officially diagnosed with anything before. I've been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, but I think I'm beyond just that. Even though I do think part of me does have it, but I have alters. These alters can take over the body. They have control over what happens and stuff. So they are as real as I am. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I don't have multiple personalities whenever I feel like I do. I'm not saying self-diagnose. I'm just I've had other medical professionals in the past be like, when I went to the mental hospital, they're like, yeah, you've got signs of this, but mental health hospitals, they don't go deep into it, so they can't really diagnose anything. They're just like, yeah, maybe you should talk to your therapist about, well, not therapist, but your med provider about this. So that's what I did. My psychiatrist completely blew it off. Um, but yeah, I still think I have it. Um, you can come at me or not. I'm just saying. Yeah. So I am somebody who has alters. I am part of a system, and yeah, I'm part of a system. Question number 2 is, why did we start recording? So first of all, if you have problems with me saying we, I'm sorry. I sometimes refer to myself as we. It's just what comes with the territory. But we started recording mostly to document our writing life, because we are an author and we are wanting to become a full-time author, kind of like how our introduction says. But if you see those books up there, those are actually books that we have written. They are a middle grade children's chapter book series, which we've completely expanded on the world and want to do more and more with it. But we also have 2 other pen names. Those ones are written by Shelley. Then we have Grace and Maris. We also have one that we would like to do as a system, right? One about a memoir. So we have plenty of ideas that it will not ever stop. But we mostly do this just to really record how our writing life is going. Um, yeah, and maybe sometimes we'll talk about mental health stuff too, but it's mostly just to document our writing life, you know. So yeah. So question number 3 is, what is our purpose? Um, well, I feel like that goes the same way with recording. Our purpose is really to create worlds. Which sounds weird to say, but since we're a writer and since we have 3 different pen names, and each pen name wants to expand beyond just one main series, it's just we want to create our worlds and really show we want to spread joy and love to the world. Um, yeah, and so if I had to describe most of our books all have the central idea of okay, maybe not Grace's books, but like Shelley and Maris, their worlds are very much like indicative of like classism, racism, and like that kind of stuff. So like I don't know exactly what to call them. But like it's very much influenced by like how people view the world, and we're gonna change that and manipulate it into something else. Well, manipulate sounds like the wrong word, but I'm gonna go with it. While Grace is a Catholic writer, so she writes Christian fiction. Um, her books really just have to deal with the Catholic faith. Falling into religion, falling out of religion, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's that. Question number 4 is, what is the main reason for this channel? Again, I feel like this is just me repeating myself. The main reason for this channel is to spread my world, not world views, but to spread my experiences in the world, because I've kind of Googled like people who, well, not Google sounds weird, but like I sometimes search on YouTube. I'm like, people with dissociative identity disorder, and I'm like, I find some, but to me, well, not to me, that sounds wrong, but I'm just like, I don't know if they're authors like me. Like, I don't know how many authors are out there that have multiple personalities or dissociative identity disorder. So I really want to be like, this is what it is. And also, like, because I've taken classes, I say taken some classes, where I am, like, talking about, like, self-publishing and stuff, self-publishing. And, people are always like, well, just try to have one pen name, or you have one main pen name or name that you go under. But I'm like, I can't physically do that, because if I were to just go under Shelley, Grace and Maris would get mad, and if I were just going under Michelle, all of them would get mad, and it's just like, there's so much like confiding, is it confiding? Contradictory answers. Like, there's just so much fighting, it's kind of ridiculous, and I'm just like, I need a break. So if you guys want to write in multiple pen names, that's fine. I'm sorry, that was me talking to myself. But I just wanted to really document like what it's like for someone who has multiple personalities and somebody who is trying to make a career out of writing. Because I feel like when I talk to people about my mental health and stuff, they just look at me with a questionable look, and they act like I'm some sort of danger to them. And I'm really sick and tired of that. And I'm sure everybody who has dissociative identity disorder, multiple personalities, and anything like that, they also get sick and tired of seeing that vision, seeing that look. And so it's just like, I want to make my life a little, well, not normal, but like I want to show that like I'm not some dangerous member of society. I am strictly somebody who has alters, who has friends in their head that's really chatty some days. So yeah, that's kind of like my main reason for this channel. Next we'll go into what is your favorite thing about writing. I feel like my favorite thing about writing is really just my escapism almost. I just love getting to the point where I am fully invested into my story and just like enjoying it. Cause like, so I just got back book 7 from my beta reader, and she was like, I really, cause like those 6 books up there plus the omnibus are also like, they're part of the same world. While books 7 through 12 are like part of the same series, it's just different perspective. So like I really like to like dive deep into the world and like fully imagine every aspect of the story. Yeah, that's honestly how we do our writing most of the parts. Most time. That's how we do it for the most part. Cause like even with with Grace and Maris, they also want to fully invest their time into the world and fully create something that is theirs. Because like with Grace, she has an idea for like a um, young adult story where we're falling into religion. While and then also on top of that, she wants to do like an adult version for like the parents of those children, and also like a middle grade where it's those like the main young adults, like cousins or kids, not kids, but cousins or nieces and nephews or something like that. Or brothers and sisters. So that's what it's kind of wanting to be. And Maris is just a high fantasy world where like anything is possible. We don't fully understand the full scope of Maris, just because Maris is such a massive world. Like we're thinking like DC Marvel universes, but with fantasy creatures. Like it's gonna be massive. So yeah, those are some interesting things. Like our favorite thing is just to escape into these worlds and fully create them. So last question is what are some life goals that we have? So primarily our life goal is to get to be fully make a living off our writing. But even then, we have like other things that we want to expand on. So like we want to become a full-time author. We would like to do that with both like all three of our pen names. So like which is going to be hard because like it's all coming into one bank account. But like we want to do it with Shelly, we want to do it with Grace, we want to do it with Maris's World, you know? And like we want to fully be a full-time author where we are making a living off our writing. But we also want to become an English teacher. Just because we want to help the next generation of writers create their books too. We can't really do that right now just because of our mental health issues. But we are getting better. Like, we are able to work full 4-hour shifts with little to no problems, which is great because that is what we need to do. At least work 4-hour shifts. So that's great. But so we would want to become an English teacher. We also want to start a brick and mortar. When we told our brother that, he was like, "Why do you want to deal with bricks and mortar?" But like what I mean is like a physical store where like local authors can come, bring their books, and then sell those books. Does that make sense? But it'll also just be a regular bookstore, maybe even like a cafe or something for authors to come in and just hang out, you know. So yeah, those are some things that we have for bigger goals. Yeah, otherwise, like if we can't get to be an English teacher or to be like have a physical store, the least we want to do is become a full-time author. And not because like we're on disability, well, we are currently on disability, but like not because like we just inherited a whole bunch of money and we're gonna quit our jobs. Like no, if we inherit a whole bunch of money and we get a job, like we're gonna keep our job, but like we just, how do I want to say this? We want to become a full-time author while working, like I don't know, like working up to being a full-time author and like I can't think of the words, like fully committing to it or something. I don't know. But our bare minimum goal is to become a full-time author in all three of our pen names and also write a memoir. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so that's kind of our introduction to our channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys got any more questions for me, leave them in the description. Well, comment them down below, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye!